Oh, chick, 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 chick. I can't get away from him fast enough. Look at him. Oh. All right, Jason once again, Falls Hillside Home. Got something very excited to show you. I want to share with you how I supplement my chickens, for their chicken feed. Very excited. This is so much fun. All right, here we go. After serving 20 years in the Navy, I retired as a Chief Petty Officer last year. Even since before I joined the Navy, I knew I wanted to have chickens one day. And there probably wasn't a day gone by that I didn't imagine that day where I retired and find myself in a position where I can have my own chickens. I remember going to Mama's house, and she had just a few hens. I don't even think she had a rooster. Maybe she had a rooster. I remember going home on leave. One of the things I loved the most about going to visit her is going out and collecting the eggs and bringing them in for her to cook up for us. It's some of the best tasting eggs ever. After 20 years serving in the Navy, it's kind of hard to adjust moving back to civilian life. It was definitely a tough year for sure, first year of retirement. So one of the things I wanted to work on as a retired is kind of calming down a little bit. As you can imagine, training sailors to fight, and being ready to fight myself, I often found myself a little bit on the aggressive side. I think I just kind of grew that way from being in leadership and, the craft that I learned along the way. But I really wanted to just calm down from that. Didn't want that to, really be me anymore. I just wanted to smile a lot, be happy, and tell you what, chickens make me happy. Definitely enjoyed having chickens this past year. There's always one problem that I had. I wanted more than just egg layers, something to watch. And they are fun to watch. The eggs are, just as fun to collect now as they were when I was younger. Especially like to get all the colored eggs, the blues, the greens, browns. They're very pretty. But I wanted chickens to let me pet them. I wanted them to kind of be glad to see me, kind of like a dog is when you come home. They're all excited, they're wagging their tail, they'll jump up in your lap and just ready, for some affection. I kind of wanted to get that out of the chickens. But that just didn't seem to happen. I tried feeding them different treats. I'd scramble up an egg for them, so I heard that works. Scratch feed, I'd hold it out in my hand and never would even come close, not once. But then finally, I guess through a commercial that I saw on Facebook, and it was advertised on a couple of YouTube channels that I was watching. So I was getting ready to retire, and I wanted to do this homestead thing, have chickens along with some other animals. And I want to have a YouTube channel over it. And so I was watching a lot of YouTube and came across a product called Grubterra. And man, just it looked too good to be true, really. How much they love this. So I was like, you know what? You never know unless you try. So I bought a bag of it, and it seems like the very first day that I brought it out, it's almost like they knew what the bag looked like. And I raised these. I went to the local hardware store and got these as chicks, raised them up. But I don't know if maybe they smelled it or something, but they were all over it first day. First day, like the very first seconds, they were eating out of my hand. And now they'll jump up in my lap. I came up the other day driving up the hill with my Jeep. As soon as I parked, opened the door, one of the hens jumped right in my lap. Of course, I never would be able to get them to do that when I'm recording. But they are a pleasure. They will follow me all over the yard now. And anyway, let me show you. Let me show you their reaction. I'm excited to show this to you. All right, so guys, show you this. I want to show you where everybody's at right now. Please excuse the mess. I'm trying to get everything cleaned up. I'm still building my cabin and everything. So anyway, here is 3 of the chickens. They're my newest ones. There's a rooster and 2 hens there. I think there's some type of Easter egger or barnyard mix. They're very cool. And over here, we got one over there by Miss Macy. And then there's Opeka. The rest are probably under the cabin. They were just here. Oh, there's a couple more. But watch this. It's really exciting. So if you're going to buy it, get the big bag. Look here. Mary's already running up to me. I'm not even saying anything. Look. They know what I've got. They know it's the bag. They recognize it. Come on, guys. Check, 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 check. Oh, here comes the new 3. I don't have names for them yet, but I'll get names. Oh, I better put my tea away. Now, check this out, guys. How cool is that? I've got 9 birds out here. Almost all of them are on this table. And I got a few down there still. Oh, you want to eat right out of the bag, huh? Here. I say they honestly, I kid you not, they would not eat anything out of my hand like this. Now they're perfectly fine with it. Chick, 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 chick. Come on. Chick, 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 chick. Now my newest 3 birds, they're still a little standoffish because they get picked on quite a bit. It's that whole pecking order thing. As you see, they want to get up here and get in it. Usually I gotta throw it to the new birds, and they'll still get picked on. Now, chickens can be bullies sometimes. Or Pika. Pika's probably my most friendliest bird. Oh, look here. There you go. Yeah. Let's get plenty more. Look at that. There you go. Alright, show you what this looks like. Oh. Oh. They're not even letting me show you what it looks like. Alright. Let's see when you take it up here. So here, just kind of dried, roasted, or something like that. It might be kind of gross to some people, but hey, these chickens love it. And actually, my German Shepherd really loves these too. She'll eat that whole bag if you let her. Now, here's the problem with these. You better put them up. You better make sure this bag is sealed, because if they can get into the garage where I keep them, and that thing's open, they will eat the entire bag. That's they love it that much. And look, they're still hanging out with me, still wanting more. You're only supposed to give a handful to them. Yeah, a couple handfuls a day, handful at a time. Yeah, but this is it. And if you're going to buy a bag, my suggestion is get the big bag. You're going to want to get the big bag. I don't buy the small bags anymore. But let me read off some of this stuff here. That's 36% crude protein, 35% crude fat, 10% crude fiber, calcium 2 to 5%, that's the big one, lysine 1.1, phosphorus 0.75. Now on the front, if you look, it's a 75% more calcium than mealworms. So don't fool with the mealworms, just get the Grubterra. Keeps feathers healthy, strengthens their eggshells, and that's no joke. That's where the calcium comes in. So you get this, so you really don't have to, you know, give them eggshells and, you know, maybe oyster shells, I think. So I don't know, because I don't have to use it. We also got a silky I'll try to show you later. That's with my wife right now down in Georgia. I'm in Tennessee. But we give her Vesuvius, our little Silky. We give her, look at this. Well, we give her mealworms too. And here's another cool thing you might like. 1 pound of grub equals 20 pounds of food waste saved from the landfills. And you know, if you're like me, a lot of homesteaders and people trying to live off-grid or off-grid-ish, you know, we try to recycle and reuse our food scraps. Like the pigs will get a lot of stuff, but whatever we can't, we compost it. But this is a really good thing too. 20 pounds of food waste for 1 pound of grubs. And this bag, let me see here, how many pounds? This is a big bag, that's all I know. 80 ounces. You do the math. What's that, like 5 pounds or something? I don't know. But it's, you can see they love it. And guys, if you know me, you know I love my chickens. I'm just more than happy to share this with you. I do have a discount code. I'll leave that down in the description in the video down below. Check that out. So if you decide to get that Grubterra, please do. If you got chickens, even a pet chicken. And they have other products too. I think they got some for reptiles and all that. So yeah, take a look at this. And if you want to buy some, I'll leave that little discount code down there so you can save a little money there. But this is a great company. They've always treated me very, very well. And to be honest with you, once I buy something, they'll send me another discount code. Just a really good company. Reaching out to me, making sure that, you know, everything is good. So try it. I highly recommend it. I don't do that much. This is the first video I've ever recommended anything for the animals or, you know, anything like that. Sometimes I'll tell you about the tools that I use, you know, the ones I like. But this right here, guys, I mean, I believe in it wholeheartedly. All right, I got to put this up. You can't have any more. You've already had enough. Am I supposed to give you so much? Why are you coming in here, huh? Why are you coming in here? You know, one of the issues that we have with feed, and the same issue we have with our food that we eat, you know, it doesn't have all the vitamins and minerals, sometimes the protein, you know, the real good protein. It doesn't have that in there. So, you know, we supplement, you know. For those of you that might go to the gym and be into fitness, I definitely have been the last, probably last decade. Always supplementing. You know, you got to replenish your body, you know, after working out with vitamins, minerals, you know, drink protein shakes and things like that. Well, you know, chickens need something like that too, except this goes towards their shells. We found one, when we weren't using Grubterra, it was almost like they didn't even have a shell sometimes. I mean, this wasn't every egg, but it happened, you know, pretty regularly there for a little bit. But it was almost just like a membrane. And it was a little strong, but yeah, still easily broken. And it was kind of cool. I mean, you could see, you know, like the yolk inside and everything like that. It was kind of cool. But it's not what we didn't want to eat those. We just bust them open, let the dogs have those. But we wanted good shells, you know, like I told you earlier. I like the different colors, you know, and that's exciting to me. So I want my eggshells to be intact, you know. So Grubterra definitely helped out because it's full of calcium. So Matthew 6, starting in verse 25. For this reason I say to you, do not be worried about your life, as to what you will eat or what you will drink, nor for your body, as to what you will put on. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? Look at the birds of the air, that they do not sow, nor reap, nor gather into barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not worth much more than they? And who of you, by being worried, can add a single cubit to his lifespan? And why are you worried about clothing? Observe how the lilies of the field grow. They do not toil, nor do they spin. Yet I say to you that not even Solomon in all his glory clothed himself like one of these. But if God so clothes the grass of the field, which is alive today and tomorrow is thrown into the furnace, will he not much more clothe you, you of little faith? Do not worry then, saying, what will we eat, or what will we drink, or what will we wear for clothing? For all these things the Gentiles eagerly seek. For your heavenly Father knows that you need all these things, but seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. So do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Now, we certainly live in uncertain times, with COVID, things that we experience with the economy. Gas prices keep going up. There's rumors about what type of government that we're going into. Probably even some evidence of that. Okay, but this is Jesus speaking to the disciples here in Matthew 6. Don't worry. Now I like to take proper preparations. I mean, there's a reason why I've got all these animals. I got the chickens, want the eggs, getting ready to live without any power, without any city water and things like that. I'm not worried about it, but I still got a long ways to go up here on the hillside to get to where I want to be able to be self-sustaining. But if I don't get there before everything collapses and crashes, not worried. I'm not worried, because here Jesus says that our Father cares about us very much. He'll make sure that we're provided for. And I can't remember exactly where this is, but I am always reminded, that to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So if what some might consider the worst happened and I die and I'm no longer in this world, you don't have to cry for me. I'll be in heaven. If you cry at all, be crying for yourself or cry for my family, because they lost a loved one. But me, I'm not sure how I'll die, if it'll take a long time or be quick and swift, but after it's over, I'm going to be all right. And I'm going to be all right while I'm here too. The Bible says so. I believe that. No matter how rough things, no matter how rough things get. King David, he had his rough moments too. I think he lived in cave after cave for a little bit on the run, and we see how King David turned out. Some other moments in his life. He's a good king, apart from some of the sin that he committed. Those big ones. Guys, God loves you. Sent his only son to die for you. I don't say that much on this channel, but that is the gospel truth right there. If you don't know him, he wants you to receive him. He wants you to have faith. And then, guys, if you got any questions about any of that stuff, please hit me up in the comments or in my email. I'll leave my email down in the description below. So hit me up. You'll have a discussion about that stuff. I love talking about that stuff. But I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless. You just flew right up here, didn't you, girl? Take a little rest on my boot. I know what you want. You don't really love me. You just love the Grubterra. Admit it. Admit it. It's okay. I'm not mad at you for it. I get it. I put it up, baby. You have to wait till tomorrow now, okay?